Hello and welcome back to the What is K-pop podcast, in which today we are reviewing everything that's happened in the month so far. Now, quick, I guess, thing about me and my life. Not recorded an episode in a hot minute, not put one out for a week. No real reason for that. Also, hello, sorry if you've just arrived from the skipping. If you've just skipped and you're like, oh, what's going on now? We're actually gonna get on to this stuff now. So KG from Feature, her brother unfortunately passed away recently. I've not really done much research into why, but I do hope he rests in peace and that KG is able to get support from her former group members as well as her friends and family during this time. Turn actor Chae Jung-woo has unfortunately passed away at the age of, actually I didn't know if he's had his birthday or not, so it could be 67 or it could be 60. Lee Si-won, who is an actress, I want to say, has given birth to her first child. Lee Sang-min is getting remarried to his non-celebrity girlfriend after divorcing his wife back in 2005. Shin Go-eun and Yoon Jung-hwa are getting divorced after 3 years of marriage. AOA's Do-hwa is getting married to her non-celebrity boyfriend. And Kwon Yul has gotten married as of the 24th of May this year, obviously. Next section we have is any company changes. So Super Junior Sungmin has joined Total Set Entertainment, and Red Velvet Yeri has joined Blitzway Entertainment as an actress. A Pink's Unji has left IST Entertainment, but not really fully any IST Entertainment, but the company that she's kind of been with, merger companies, yeah, after 14 years, and ended up joining Billions. Crayon Pop's Soyu's daughter has signed with a YouTube agency and has been the youngest to do so. Claudia Kim has signed with Sarum Entertainment. Im Soo Hyang has signed with Sublime Entertainment. So Naeun has signed with JY Company, and Everglow is going to be leaving Yuehua Entertainment after the end of this month, so the end of June. And Seo Hyun has signed with Lead Entertainment. We only have one recorded ambassadorship announcement, with Stray Kids Iron announced as the Daminis ambassador, but I could have sworn there was another one. Well, to be fair, I have been doing this all year, so it might have ingrained in my brain as sometime else, but. And two donations, we have IU has donated 150 million South Korean won on Children's Day, and Jenny has donated 100 million Korean won to SNU's College of Medicine. There's been a number of comeback announcements, which I love because it means I get to talk about stuff. Kiss of Life released a single back on the 7th of May. I don't think I've listened to it. However, I've actually decided to do something a little bit more interesting than just reviewing albums or reviewing whole discographies. That I take 5 songs from a group. So on Spotify you can shuffle songs, or at least on your computer you can shuffle songs and you can skip songs for as long as you want to, and you just get ads every 15 or however many minutes. I'm going to do that and let it pick out 5 songs for me to listen to, and yeah, we're gonna do it like that. And yeah, I mean technically there'll be multiple episodes of the same group, but it gives me less pressure, I feel. And there's just so many songs I could talk about at all times, and I'm overwhelmed by it all, just looking at the list of EXO solo songs. I'm like, holy Jesus Christ. And I've always said that even though I don't even know. And I just had this whole discussion about me not being religious. God. Yeah. Massive contradiction, I am. Rise released their first full-length album on the 19th of May, and I am not, and I will never listen to that album, so if you want a review on that, I am absolutely confident there are so many reviews out there. It just won't come from me, unfortunately. I can't listen to Rise anymore, I'm sorry. It's just too sad for me now. All their music's been ruined. Idol released anniversary song on the 2nd of May and had a comeback on the no wait, no, they didn't. They released they released Idol versions, like the 5 members versions of the tracks that they had with Sujin, and then had a proper comeback on the 26th of May. Kickflip also had their comeback on the 26th of May with Kick Out Flip Now. I actually really did like the EP. I listened to it yesterday, actually, I believe I was actually preparing for this, and I just kind of stuck it on in the background, and I really did enjoy it. Yeah, I really enjoyed Skip It, which is actually their shortest track, I believe. Um, yeah, so feel free to listen to that one. NCT Dream will be having a July comeback, which we'll probably talk more about in the next June in review. Eyelets, Yoonha, and Minju featured in Kylie Cantrell's new single See You Tonight. Nam Taehyun, who was a part of Winner, his comeback has been cancelled due to, I believe it was a DUI that he got himself into. Chenle released a special Chinese album on the 5th of May. Monster X released like a 6-member versions of the title tracks that released when they were 5 members, I believe. I don't know. I've not listened to them. I kind of forgot it happened. Sorry. Elast had. Oh, I did talk about it. Oh my god! I literally typed in Elast because I wanted to listen to some of their stuff, and I saw they had a comeback, and I was like, wait, what? How did I not know about that? I did know about it. I wrote it. I wrote it down. But they had a comeback on the 7th of May. Baby Monster released an OST for a Japanese film. Whenever I do that tone, I really don't know if I'm like saying the correct things. I'm like, no, not confident in what I'm saying at all. Irene and Sully released their comeback on the 26th of May too, and Cat's Eye is to come back on the 26th of June. I will be talking about their comeback on the June review. I probably won't shut up about it because honestly, Nali is just that bitch, and I love that bitch, and it's amazing. And I I listened to it so much before I went on holiday, kind of forgot it existed for a while, and now we are back in the picture. Yeah, I love that. I don't actually know how to say this group's name. QWER to have a tune come back. And I wrote down the Random Monster X thing again. ITZY are having a June comeback with Girls Will Be Girls. I actually watched the concept film, and while I usually don't understand and then therefore don't like the concept films, I actually enjoyed the concept film. I didn't understand fully what was going on until I read the comments, but I really did enjoy it, especially given that JYP cameoed in it, like the actual person, and Ryujin, she actually like said to JYP, stop spoiling the songs. And I just thought that was too yeah, when I was like, because JYP's known for like spoiling the choruses of their songs, like the company videos, not him himself. Whenever I say that, I mean like the company, unless I specifically say it's the person, but like they always end up spoiling the chorus, which I always find hilarious. Like, why are you doing that? Also, just like a quick thing, I also know that SM and YG are like off of their company CEO names. But I always end up saying Lee Soo-man and Yang Hyun-suk. But I never say Park Jin-young. I always just say JYP the person. It's so strange. And also, can you tell I'm just letting myself ramble now? I'm not even trying to not take too much time. I'm just having fun with this. So, Shiny released a song for their 17th anniversary called Poet Artist, which, if you don't know, is an homage to Jonghyun from who is a member of fraternity for Shiny. His posthumous, meaning the release after one's passing, release that he did called Poet Artist. Yeah, so that came out. Have I listened to it? No. Have I actually been really listening to any music this month? I have. P1 Harmony. For some reason, I've really gotten into P1 Harmony. Some might consider it a problem. I'm sure my sister is about to say to me, Sophie, if you listen to P1 Harmony one more goddamn time, I'm gonna kill you. And I'll be like, yeah, fair enough. I understand. Yeah. Esper is going to be making their long awaited comeback in June, which I am excited for. Eisner will be making their comeback in June as well, also without June, who is still on health related hiatus. Twice will be making a July comeback. Kiss of Life are also making a June comeback with their fourth mini album, 224, 224. I don't know. I know there's a release date announced, but I can't remember what it is. Eyelit released their third mini album on the 16th of June called Bomb, which is actually the day I believe we go on holiday. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll be listening to that on the Sentence Seafront. That would be fun. Promise 9 will be making their summer comeback, and B2B's Sung Jae will be making his solo comeback, as well as Soojin. Okay, so now we're on to group additions, removals, hiatuses, and renewals of contracts. I hope you know we're on page 2 of 4. So if you want to get yourself a drink or something, feel free. I've got a drink. Does anyone else have the problem of like drinking too fast and it kind of hurts when it's going down? There's probably some sort of science behind that. And I don't think I'm ready to know what the science is. Okay, so Jessica, who was a pre-debut member of I Met You, has joined UDTT, which we did actually talk about in the UDTT episode. Haha's wife Buell is going to be taking a break due to health issues. I wish I knew who that was. The Seraphim's Yunjin is continuing to take a break due to her back pain and has recently announced that she won't be, I think it's a Weverse concert? I don't know. I don't know. The Winds Fanatorn will be taking a break from activities due to health issues. Kina didn't join these promotions due to PTSD. I'm going to try and like combine all of the boy groups together. But if I don't, I'm sorry. So Very Very's Donghyun, Gaihyun, Kangmin, JKB's Hee-chan, Harry, June, Wei's Kim, Junsu, Drippin's Hyop and Donghyun, Apex's Kyum, can't find any others. Yes, MCND's Minjae, Huijin, and Win, all to halt activities due to personal reasons, hinting towards possibly being on Boys to Planet. But obviously, we don't know just yet. Baby Monsters Rami is to halt activities due to health issues. We do know that she has had lung issues since pre-debut because we know that she had immune, which is basically a collapsed lung. It's not good. Not good at all. No. I literally have asthma and I've never had a collapsed lung before. It's not easy to do. Maidens Suhye told all activities due to personal reasons. Also, the Apex Kyun, we don't actually know if it's to do with Boys 2 Planet, it just says personal reasons, but it could be to do with Boys 2 Planet. CLC's Elkie has been hospitalized due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Fun science time. So, basically, the best way to kind of explain carbon monoxide poisoning is, unfortunately, when I'm just going to explain it in the non-sad way. So if you put your car into a garage, usually you don't end up starting up the car when you are still in the garage. You usually open the door and then start the car and then drive out. This is because when you start up the car, it produces, or it can produce, I believe, this gas called carbon monoxide. And it essentially, what happens when it goes into your system, it takes away all of the oxygen in your system and just leaves you with carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is obviously the thing that we breathe out. We can't then breathe back in because it doesn't have any oxygen, and you basically suffocate. And what happened with CLC's Elkie, perhaps, is that there was a gas leak or something. I'm always like so like oh, stressed out. I'm always like worried in case like I'm actually talking shit. Oh yeah, so it's produced. I've researched it. It's produced during the incomplete combustion of fuel such as wood, coal, oil, gas, and other materials. This occurs when there's not enough oxygen available for complete burning. So it could be to do with incomplete combustion, could be to do with faulty appliances like boilers, heaters, cookers, and other gas-powered appliances, which can produce obviously carbon monoxide if not properly maintained and installed. Blocked flues or vents, such as chimneys and flues, can prevent ventilation and will lead to CO build-up. See what I did? CO2. CO don't have enough oxygen, so it becomes monoxide or dioxide. Anyway, not important. It can uh, produce symptoms of headache, dizziness, weakness, and confusion, nausea, vomiting, and chest pain, fatigue, and in some severe cases, loss of consciousness and death. It can be prevented from using carbon monoxide detectors, ensuring proper ventilation is available. Avoid using generators and other portable fueled devices in enclosed spaces, and regular inspecting and maintaining appliances such as boilers, heaters, and other gas powered devices. Which is why I advise you, if you have a boiler and you don't get it inspected every year, please do that, as they are going to know how to check any leak and such, and can basically save you from being carbon monoxide poisoned. Yeah, turning on a vehicle lawnmower engines in your garage can cause a buildup of carbon monoxide poisoning. Enough about the sad stuff. Namgoon Kim has renewed his contract with his company. After 10 years. I don't know why on earth that's not in company. Oh my god, isn't it? Oh yeah, renewals, that's why. New Beats Taeyang has got a rib injury and will limit activities. Monster X says I am recently visited the hospital and has been advised to limit his group activities. Stray Kids is Felix to qualify performance due from tour due to a back injury. Baby Pink, Baby Monster, Blackpink, and Treasure to have comebacks this year. Vivi says announced a comeback in July. I don't know why on earth this is not in the thing. Sana has announced comeback plans and a tour, and Yujin to sit out of Weverse Festival. I don't know why I'm so un sometimes of my own knowledge on things. It's a problem. It's always been a thing actually. So I don't want to be wrong and then give you the wrong information, and then you're like, you're wrong. I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay, so Starship Entertainment's new boy group is called I Did. Am I choosing to comment on the controversy of one of the members? No. No, we don't. We're not about controversies pre-debut. No, we've seen enough of those, thank you. Uspia is to debut on the 4th of June with their single album. Ahoff will debut in July. Polarex is going to be debuting very soon, I believe. YG is debuting 2 new groups, and the first member of the YG group has been announced. Now on to tour announcements / cancellations. Whoa. So Rise are going on their first tour around Asia. NCT Dream are going to be going on their the Dream Show 4. Double S 501 are coming back as the 501 for a tour. Plave to go on an Asia tour, which I mean, I have so many questions about how would one do that, but I mean, I I don't want to know. I don't think There's just have so many questions about virtual groups, and you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I'm going to have a concert in June, but Minho will not be joining them. Ximin's fan concert in Hong Kong has been cancelled. NCT Wish didn't perform at the SM Town LA concert due to visa issues. Kiss of Life will now be performing in KCON. SBS's Gaio Daejeon announces first lineup of NCT Dream, Idol, TXT, and Hyphen, IVE, NMIX, Eyelit, and Jinabi. Seeing IX's Thunder Tour in, I think it was America, wasn't it? It's been cancelled. Park Bo-gum announces a film tour. And next we have legal action. So, former JYJ and current member of JX, Junsu. His BJ case has gone to the highest court. Kim Ji-yeon, Lee Se-yeon, Plave, Kim Son-ho are all going to be taking legal action against malicious posts and specifically slander and defamation on Kim Son-ho's part. Omega X's case has been forwarded to the prosecution, which, if you don't know, basically means that enough sufficient evidence has been produced for the prosecution team to be able to hand out sentencing and that sort of stuff. So it could mean going to prison, could mean doing community service, it could mean a settlement fee, or in some cases it could be that the case gets dismissed and then they don't have to go to prison. Sorry, I just surprised myself with the fact that I was able to pull that out of my... I don't know how I do it sometimes. I'm like, oh wow, I know far too much. Keena's case for lyric, like the lyrics of Cupid, her case has been dismissed due to insufficient evidence from the givers, which is unfortunate. And Karina has been fined 5 million Korean won for a comment made about Lee Jae-myung's son. I wonder what it was. Didn't do enough research on that one, did I? Next we have New Jeans. Only one thing for New Jeans, mainly because of the fact that I just kind of forgot about them. They will get fined each 1 billion Korean won for each independent activity that they do. So, for example, if they were to schedule a concert, each of them would get fined 1 billion Korean won, meaning 5 billion pound won to, I guess, go to courts or maybe a door. Well, it's not specific in that. Soohyun. Disney started releasing pictures for Knockoff despite the controversy. Seron and Soohyun supposedly had sex when Seron was only 14. Seron's family has filed a criminal case against Soohyun for abuse against a minor. And that means gold medalist. Gold medalist files lawsuit against Hover Lab and Lee Seron's family. Honestly, leave the poor girl alone. Jeez. She can't even be dead without people bringing up everything. Like, honestly, I think I even talked about it in the not the May, this is today, in the February review thing of just like, poor girl, she's been through so much. And then, like, this stuff with Soohyun comes out, and I'm like, oh my god. No wonder she was driven to that. I'm like, honestly, I always think to myself, like, passing away your own hand is never the solution, but like, I'm hearing about all of this and I'm like, no wonder, like, if I had to deal with half of the stuff that she's been through, nah, no, bro, I'm not dealing. I couldn't deal with it. I think I would have done it so much sooner, I don't know. No, I would like to talk about negative stuff like that on here. Tail. Yay. Lovely that. His trial date has been postponed to the 28th of June. And last but not least, we have other stuff to talk about. G-Idol have changed their group name to just Idol. Four members of Oh My Girl have re-signed with their company and all members to continue in the company. Kepler have announced a new version of their lightstick. SM Entertainment becomes the second largest shareholder of 82 Majors Agency. Voice 2 Planet to debut one group instead of two. Kitflip announces their fandom name as WeFlip. Cybe sold all their shares to SM. Rowoon announces his enlistment date as the 21st of July. Unwoo is on the 28th of July. Tencent Music Entertainment has bought all of Hybe's old SON shares. And Hive has launched their Asia branch. They're in Asia. They're China. Right. So yeah, that has been May. thankfully a lot of comeback announcements. I don't know what I would have done if it was more in line with death. I don't know, it would have been a bit sad. I would have been like, I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, a lot of just unhingedness. So that was everything really, yeah. Main review. I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. I will probably be cutting a lot of the weirdness out, but yeah. Thank you as always for listening, and feel free to check back on the last day of June for June in review. Bye!